Hey, I wanted to do this video to tell you about my testimony on how I became a believer of Jesus Christ, and not only a believer but actually a follower, which is something quite different. I'm gonna try to make it quite short. I will take you through some important moments in my life. And I will begin just before I was 1 year old, and my mom and dad had just gotten a divorce and it was final, and my mom was extremely sad, and she was driving home, I think it was from the courts, and she basically felt like, I want to die. So she took the car and speeded up and wanted to crash it into a mountain. And all of a sudden, when she tries to go into this mountain, she sees a gigantic hand catching her and just putting her back at the side of the road. That experience changed her forever and gave her the power, the willingness to continue her life and realize that she had to take care of us also. For that, I'm forever grateful. I grew up with this memory. My mom talked about it quite often, I don't know, but enough for me to remember it. And I always thought, wow, there is really a God there. And but time flew and I became a very wild teenager, living life, boys, party, and another moment, or many moments I remember, was being drunk, walking by myself on the way back home, and many times just feeling this sadness. So I even went on my knees a few times and asked God for forgiveness, but I didn't know what to do more than that. So I just continued my life, and I jump many years ahead now. I had just broken up with a boyfriend, and yeah, I don't want to go into too much details, but I was very upset with him, and I had a phone call where I just basically shouted at him and just wanted the worst for him, basically, the words I said, and hung up the phone. And then I just felt in my heart, call him again and ask for forgiveness. So I swallowed my pride and I called him again and I said, I'm really, really sorry. I hope everything goes well for you. And then, he just thanked me and we hung up like that, and it was so nice. And then I go outside to my balcony and see a little boy running outside, and he shouted, Jesus, Jesus. And I thought it was very weird. I remember I wrote down that in my diary. And I was starting to think maybe Jesus exists, but I had studied psychology and I thought, that's just brainwashing, it's for weak people. But I always felt there was something there, but nobody could tell me. I never met anyone who really knew anything about that. Anyway, I'm jumping ahead again. I got married, got kids, got a house, everything perfect, a perfect life, and didn't think about God at all because I was busy with the house, I was busy with that. But then all of a sudden, I just went to a depression. And I am a very positive person. I'm usually not sad for longer than a day maximum. But this time I was really starting to think, what's wrong with me? I have everything I've dreamt of, but there's still a hole in me. There's some unsatisfied part of me. And I just was crying, and then I just stopped and I thought, when was I really, really happy? Like full of happiness in my heart, not just for the moment, for something. And then I remembered when we were young, we used to go to church and we used to sing to Jesus. And that was the moment I remember I was really genuinely happy. I believed in Jesus and I sang to him with all of my heart. And I thought, wow, maybe I should try it. I told my husband, he was like, oh, well, yeah, you know. And I thought, I'm gonna really try this. And so I did. And I'm a little bit stubborn. Once I decide to do something, I go for it. Because I was like, you know, if you try something, let's do it properly. So I made a decision. I was going to try God. So I said to him basically, okay, if you're alive, you know, I'm going to believe in you now and see what happens, basically. And I asked for forgiveness. I had a little booklet I got from a friend, and you know, went through the step of really asking him for forgiveness and to come into my life and change it. And that's about it. A week went by and I was like, God, I really want to believe in you, but nothing has happened. What shall I do? What shall I do? And then I just felt him directing me to go and find my old Bible that I had tried to read a few times, moments of desperation, and never understood. And I thought, oh, that's boring. But this time I opened it up, and on the first page I opened it up, God told me everything, what to do about my childhood. He answered questions. Also, this book became alive. It was crazy. I was like, oh, you're saying that? Oh, you're saying that? And I was extremely excited. And I remember writing on my iPhone, Jesus is alive. And from that moment on, my life completely changed. Because that was really, for me, a very strong sign he's alive. So I started to read the Bible. I didn't join any church. I didn't meet any other Christians, I think. Yeah, my friend who also was a Christian. Sorry, it was my dog. Yes, I did meet my friend. Actually, she kind of like discipled me. We met, I think, every week and prayed, and I got this hunger to read Bible and Christian books, and I think I read like 2 a week, and I had never managed to read a single book before that. So that was quite supernatural. And anyway, since then, I've really been talking to God, realized that it's not a religion. It's all about knowing him. It's about having a relationship with him, hearing him, listening to what he says, do what he says. And he's been leading me crazy, like forgiveness and do this so lovingly. And my life is completely changed. And I haven't done anything more than I've been spending time with him, reading his words. And yeah, for me, it was like opening my eyes and seeing the world completely different from I thought it was. I completely changed my opinion on so many things. And that was not through any kind of course or anything. There was just this over the night thing that happened to me. And yeah, I want to stop there about my testimony. And the thing is, this is not only my testimony. I wanted to check a little bit on YouTube on testimonies, and so many testimonies of people coming from all kinds of things like New Age, criminality, pornography, whatever, life, atheism, and really one day have an encounter. But that encounter doesn't happen by accident. It happens, as the Bible says, if you seek me with all of your heart, you will find me. And that's what I did. When I realized, okay, I really need to take this seriously and seek him with all my heart, basically give him a chance to reveal himself. And he did. And since then, I have no more hole in my heart. I'm fulfilled. And not only that, I have a future with him. So when I die, I know where I will go. And I just want to encourage you, if you never really sought Him, you say that, with all your heart, do that. You have really nothing to lose, but everything to win. So until next video, if you have any comments or questions, write that. I would love to answer. Otherwise, I will make little videos about different things that I have learned during this time. Jeez. Bye.